Winners, semis, Asuri versus Hattori on Shipwreck. Finally getting underway. Best of 3. Let's go.
Doppey picking up that spike ball.
Yeah, Shadow's immediately going in with his unarmed, but didn't find anything. Finds the sword. Both players have swords at the moment. Doppey exchanges them for the Cattars, but he's getting kind of outspaced by Shadow's neutral right now with his swords. But he finds a combo, and he's getting an insane amount of damage.
Vicious string.
Shadow exchanges his sword for a spear, goes for an unsafe signature, and gets punished.
Doppey almost doing the same.
Yeah, Doppey finds those siders. But an excellent downer to send Shadow off the map. Will he be able to end it? He does. A side air to kill Shadow off the bottom of the map. Only 50 seconds into the game. Tosses his Cattars at him. Shadow's got a spear. Will he find another insane Cattar string? Another unsafe signature from Shadow with that spear. That spear just has so much recovery time. Unless you're using it for a read, I don't feel like he should be throwing that out. Doppey's just getting so much coverage off of that. Goes to the ground.
Already having PXshadow at orange stock.
Yeah. PXshadow goes for another signature, but misses. Doppey's got the Cattars right now. He's going to go for a down air. Will he be able to find something else? No. It's D-Light sided off the stage. Can he make it back? He does. But Shadow punishes
instantly met with the ground pound.
He can still make it back. Tosses the weapon, however, to get some extra damage and loses his stock. Shadow in the red, but stocks are 2-2. Asuri with the Cattars right now, finds the recovery, doesn't kill off the top, but another recovery most likely will. Doppey doing everything he can to deny as many weapons from Shadow as possible.
Probably using that Valkyrie to cover landings.
Shadow uses that signature once to punish an approach from Doppey and get some decent damage. Finding himself in the orange right now. Ooh, excellent D-Light into ground pound combo. Doppey goes for an unsafe signature, but doesn't get punished too hard, and he finds the recovery, killing Shadow off the top.
Doppey sitting at red, still anyone's game. And PXshadow gets D-Sig. Not enough to kill.
No, definitely not. Doppey going with the Cattars right now. Another completely unsafe signature. I really dislike seeing that signature spam from the Hattori. It barely ever works, and he always ends up taking more damage than he deals. An excellent downer combo from Doppey here, however. Could this be Shadow stock? No, he gets the recovery.
Doppey finding a safe ib.
Yeah.
Dire straits for Shadow right now.
Every time Shadow uses one of these signatures to cover a landing, he's not covering enough, and he's getting punished constantly. Doppey's having no difficulty just getting in with these down airs. Throws away the Cattars for a sword, however. Both players find themselves in the red. Goes for a recovery. I feel like that was a mistake. And he gets hit by a sword light. But there's the D-Light into side air. Shut up. Anyways, Doppey finds the bomb. Tosses aside, gets the Cattar, and he's looking for a recovery. I think it will take 2 recoveries to finish off Shadow's stock, unless he's able to get him up into the air beforehand.
Looks for the D-Light. Can't find the recovery, but he is racking out the damage on Shadow right now.
Yeah, any downers that he
Shadow
lands.
Also punishing Doppey for those little mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Doppey opting for the neutral right now, but he can't seem to get in, and Shadow ends up finding his own D-Light and Decider combo. Both players find themselves in the red. What ended up being Doppey's advantage. Oh!
Doppey spot dodges and punishes the D-Sig with a side air.
That was one of the few D-Sigs from Shadow
and follows up with another side air to take the game.
That was one of the few D-Sigs from Shadow that I actually thought were quite good. And Doppey barely dodges out of it. Otherwise, that would have been the end of the stock, and game 1 could have gone to Shadow. But instead, goes to Doppey from some excellent side air spacing, and we're about to go to game 2. That sig was really close.
Both players sticking to their legends here.
Yep. Doppey ends up banning out Black and Mammoth.
And bringing it back to the gravy boat.
No doubt. Both players didn't really seem to like to want to go to the edge of the stage anyways. They're both constantly fighting for center. Very aggressive, very fast match. Let's see if we'll see less or coverage from Shadow's signatures. I want to see him to use those with a little bit more mind than he was before. I feel like he was just throwing them out. Now I feel like he'll actually be able to use them to cover Doppey's landings. Doppey finds the Hattors.
Looking to start the game off with a crazy string.
Yep.
Again.
And Shadow gets the spear, but there we go. We see smarter use of the signatures. Ends up making the damage even between both players.
Makes that signature mistake again. He's got to be able to respect Doppey's aggression with those Hattors. Think his game out a little bit more.
Yeah. Doppey opting in for some down airs, but he's actually getting kind of his landings punished by Shadow a little bit here. But there's another unsafe down sig and gets punished by a D-Light into side air, racking up the damage. Doppey finds that recovery, sends a Shadow into the red. Will he be able to get this sword kill? Let's find out. Doesn't opt for the recovery with the Hattors, instead goes for the side air. Finds a D-Light into neutral light with unarmed. And at
the sword looking for the side air.
Yeah, at this point, any sword aerial probably is going to be able to end Shadow's stock. Both players trying to get in. Shadow finds the D-Light into side air, sends him off the stage, goes to the down air. Both players missing. Ooh, excellent gadget coverage with Doppey, but Shadow manages to weave between both of them, and both players are finding trouble ending each other's stocks.
Finds it with the Hattori air neutral.
That air neutral having an incredible amount of knockback, which you're not normally used to seeing from, Hattors. It's just a testimony to how much damage Doppey was able to rack up. Finds that combo to the recovery, however, sending Shadow into the yellow. At this point, any damage Doppey gets is an advantage.
Still chaining it up.
Ooh, this is where Doppey likes to have his players. Off the side of the stage, where he can have a down air into neutral light combo. But there's the side air, and as the stock. Shadow finds himself in the orange, but it's 2-2. Shadow opting for these neutralites right now, which I think are excellent. Something that we saw between Exo and Doppey is that whenever Exo was having difficulty with Doppey's air pressure, he just used the neutralites of the sword to be able to cover the landings. Those are the kind of punishes that I want to see more often than signatures with the spear.
Especially against a player like Doppey who likes to land with his down air, using your neutral sword.
Lands with a down air, lands with a neutral light, lands with a neutral air, whatever he likes to land with, the sword neutral light typically tends to catch that and punish it. Opts for his side light, but ends up getting punished by Doppey. Finds himself off the stage and gets neutral light up into the air. The weapon toss.
Hattor throw messing up his combo there.
Yeah, if that Hattor throw didn't end up happening, I think that would have been Shadow's stock.
Finds the down light recovery anyway and takes the stock.
Shadow hitting him off the stage with the side light. Finds a spear and hits him with the side air, racking up the damage rather quickly. Goes for that down sig punish once again and gets hit. Those signatures are barely ever working, and Doppey's getting a huge mileage off of them. Doppey opts for a side light into a neutral light, ends up finding something. Gets the sword, hits him off with the D-Light side air, and Shadow's racking up a lot of damage. He's going to have to end the stock now if he wants to be able to win this match. Spaces of side airs and he finds them. Is this the stock? It is. Doppey accepts it and ends it faster so that he can get back to the stage.
Shadow managing to clean out the board of weapons.
Absolutely. Finds himself in the dark orange, basically red. He's going to need to find insane combos with the sword here to be able to close out this match. Ooh, but he gets hit by a D-Light side air, gets tossed off the side of the stage. Doppey tossing whatever weapons he can, but he gets punished by Shadow's recovery.
Looks for his own recovery, doesn't find it.
Lands with that neutral light. Doppey goes for the recovery kill and kills Shadow off the top, taking winner's semis 2-0 and progressing to winners finals.